Hello friends, hope you are doing good. In this video we will be discussing on value chain analysis. Every customer has certain needs and wants, and to fulfill those needs and wants, customers are looking for the alternative products and services which are available in the market. Customers will look for those products or services which will meet their maximum expectations, which will result in their satisfaction as they feel like the money spent has delivered the desired value, and then the customer would like to buy the same product or service again and again. Any company which can create maximum value through their product and services will be able to sell more product and services than any other competitors, and ultimately thus any company which can make their customers satisfied by means of creating value through offered product and services to their customer better than any of their competitors are said to have developed competitive advantage. The value chain analysis is the strategic tool used by the business organizations to understand whether they can create value for their customer or not, and also it will help them to understand are they able to develop competitive advantage or not. So what is the value chain analysis and how it will be used by the organizations to develop competitive advantage, that we will be discussing in this video. So let's begin. Satisfying the customer expectation is the most important aspect of any business organization, as it directly impacts new customer acquisition, customer retention and customer loyalty. Satisfied customers are more likely to become the repeat buyers and advocates for a brand, leading to increased sales and positive word of mouth through promotion. When companies regularly meet or exceed customer expectations, they will build brand credibility, long-term relationship with the customers that are essential for sustained success in the competitive environment. So let us understand what are the customer expectations. As we said, business organizations are offering product and services to the market so that the customers' needs and wants can be fulfilled. However, every customer will have differential expectations from the business organizations, as they are paying and buying the product and services to satisfy their needs and wants. The customer has precise expectations on whatever claims or performance a brand promotes. The customer expects it to be delivered by the product to the nearly same level. For example, if a car manufacturer claims that the mileage of their car is 24 km per liter, then the customer expects it should give at least 22 km per liter. That is the precise expectation. If met, the customers will be satisfied. The customers may also have some implied expectations which are based on the industry standard which the product must provide, that bare minimum performance. For example, if any air conditioner said to cool within 10 minutes, then the customer expects the AC must deliver the said performance, which is obvious. The customer expects excellent and smooth, hassle-free buying experience. Every customer have emotions, feelings, expectations, and that a firm should respect, and the firm should try to humanize the process of getting connected with the customer, which will help to create loyal customer base. The customers also have steady expectations which are typically related to the user friendliness, quality, reliability, serviceability, spare parts availability and easy accessibility to the customer care department. The customers also have evolving expectations from the firm, such as the customer after sales support, additional features, refinements, technological upgradations, etc. Every business firm must also need to keep this in the mind to deliver a satisfying customer experiences. Hence, they should develop easy to navigate website, develop easy to use apps, and similarly all other touch points where the customer interactions are expected. Lastly, the customer need assurances that they will receive support if anything goes wrong or they are stuck somewhere. These are the expectations of the customer which are directly related to the product or services, and if the customer receives what they are expecting, it will result into customer satisfaction, which is simply the value the customers looking for. Obviously, if the companies are able to meet the customer expectations, that means the organizations are able to create value for the customer through the product and services offered to the customer, it will benefit the organization, resulting in customer satisfaction. And over a period of time, if the value delivered to the customer is exceeding the customer expectations, then it will help organizations to create a base of loyal customer, and which will further help them to increase brand reputation, and customers will get emotionally connected with the brands, and organizations will get repeat business from them, which ultimately will result in reduction of customer attrition, and loyal customer base will get increased, and it will create a positive word of mouth in the market, which will further increase the demands for their products. To maintain the value, the companies can further increase their investment in the innovation and improvement of the product for sustainable growth in the competitive environment. And this is how the organizations can able to create the competitive advantage, which will help them to win over the competition in any industry. Let us understand what is this value chain activities or analysis. So value chain activities are those activities or processes which the organizations carry out to add or create value through the product or services. Every activity in the value chain is designed in such a way that it should add value in the products and services to meet the customer expectation, and thus helping organizations in developing the competitive advantage. The value for the customers can be represented in the form of benefits which the customers are expecting from the product or services which they are buying against the price which they are spending. If the organizations are wanting to increase the value for their customer, then they must increase the benefits of the product more than the customer expectation, or maintaining at par benefits but at the reduced cost, that is at the prices lower than the competitors. Thus, the value chain analysis or value chain activities will help organizations to design their value chain so as to manufacture product or services in such a way as they will be able to manufacture product different or better than any of the competitor, which is called as differentiation strategy. Or if the companies are able to manage through their value chain activity to lower the per unit cost of production, thus they will be able to reduce the prices of their product lower than any of the competitor. In either way, they are able to create value for the customers. Here you can see this is how the value chain activities can be diagrammatically presented. The value chain activities can be divided as primary, that is the essential activities, and secondary activities, that is the support activities to the primary activities. The primary activities start from inbound logistics, which ensures availability of the resources inside the business organization, which can be used for value creation. For example, raw materials are purchased by the companies to produce finished product. There are various sub-activities related to inbound logistics, such as identification of the supplier who can provide desired quality, quantity of the materials and at the desired prices. Then negotiation with the suppliers, placing the order with the supplier, follow-up with the supplier for the dispatch of order, tracking the order, procurement of the supplies, quality and quantity check of the received materials, internal transport for storage of materials in the stores and materials handling, security of the materials, etc. So these many activities can become the sub activities of primary activity, that is inbound logistics. Here the purchase of quality materials will ensure quality of finished products, that is value creation for customer. Similarly, even at the store, the proper handling of materials, no damage to the quality of materials, will reduce the loss to the company, and hence the security and handling of material function is also a value adding activity to the final product. The second primary activity is operations, where the materials are converted into the finished product as per the customer expectations. So the transformation of raw material to the finished product is also a value creation. Here the manufacturing activities, storage of work in process products, etc. are value adding activities in the operation process. Similarly, outbound logistics will add value by warehousing the finished product properly to maintain its quality, which is again a value addition activity. Even during the transportation of the product to the market, maintaining the storage condition is also a value addition activity. Packaging of the product to maintain its quality intactness is also a value addition activity. And all these activities are carried out at the outbound logistics function. Once the product reaches to the market at distribution channels, distributors, wholesalers as well as retailers can also add value by means of maintaining product's integrity, quality, quantity as well as explaining about the product to the customer for their easy decision making. Some products purchased by the customer may also require the after sales services, like in case of consumer durable electronic items such as washing machine, television sets, where installation, demonstration and sometimes repairing services are also required. It can be provided at the earliest and with the cost economy. Then after sales services also creates value for the customer. Similarly, the secondary, that is the support activities in the value chain, can also add value to the product and services for the customer, such as procurement, which is concerned on how a company obtains raw materials. This activity supports by obtaining materials with 5 R's objective, that is right quality, right quantity, at the right time, at the right price and at the right place of material availability. Technological development is used at the firm's research and development stage, like designing and developing the manufacturing process or developing automated process, etc., thus speeding the operation process for efficiency and improved productivity. Human resource management involves hiring and retaining the employees who will work as per the firm's business strategy and help in designing the product, designing the manufacturing process, help in development of the market and sale of the product. Thus they can also create value for the customer. And lastly, the infrastructure includes company's system and the composition of its management team, such as planning, accounting, finance and quality control, etc., which will support primary value creation activities. That means whether it is a primary activity or secondary activity, both in combination will create value for the customer through manufacturing or developing the product or services for the customers. So as we discussed in the previous slide, that there are 5 primary activities and 4 support activities in the value chain, which combinedly create or add value in the product and services, which will result in customer satisfaction. The customer satisfaction depends upon the value creation through the product and services, either by adding differentiation in the product or by lowering the cost of product, and both can be achieved by doing value chain analysis, that is by analyzing the primary activities and support activities and the sub activities. Each primary and the sub activities involves cost. ABC, that is activity based costing method of analysis, helps to understand the cost involved in each of the primary and its sub activities. Then each of the activity is evaluated against the cost and value addition in the product and services. The ABC method will help to eliminate non-value adding activities, thus removing the cost involved into those non-value adding activities, and will help in lowering the cost and improving the value in the product or services. Thus we can say the value chain analysis will help business organizations to create competitive advantage by creating value for the customers. So value chain analysis and competitive advantage are related to each other, and it will help the organizations to compete in the competitive environment by means of competitive strategies in any industry. These 3 strategic tools, value chain analysis, competitive strategies and Porter's 5 forces of competitions, are developed by Michael Porter, which help organizations to survive in the competitive environment. Here, if you study the value chain of these listed companies, you will understand how these companies become successful and how their value chain activities are designed and how it helps them to develop the competitive advantage. Here I have mentioned 2 examples of Amul and Tata Motors value chain, though elaborated in short, but will help you to understand how these companies become successful due to their effective value chain. I hope now you would understand the importance of value chain and its role in development of competitive advantage for the business organization. For all my upcoming videos, stay connected. Thank you.